Hi everyone. I hope everyone is at home and doing safe and taking good care of themselves. Even the summer season has started and heat wave is going to begin. I hope you are, refreshing up with a lot of fluids. Today we have a very well-known diabetologist, Dr. Neeta Shah from Fusion Healthcare, who is going to talk to us about diabetes and COVID-19. If you have the symptoms of two, how to manage it. So let's hear her out.
Hello, I'm Dr. Neeta Shah from Fusion Healthcare. I'm going to talk about COVID-19 infection, its impact in our daily life, and COVID-19 infection and diabetes. Now, lot of WhatsApp messages are circulating about hospital packages to isolate the patient to treat COVID-19 infection, and these packages are in lakhs. Any common man will have a lot of fear looking at these packages, and there is a lot of panic in the society. Now I'll tell you, actually there's no need to worry much. Though COVID-19 is a potentially severe coronavirus infection, 80% of the cases are mild and they can be treated at home itself. 15% of these cases are moderate, like they may have breathlessness, they may have cough. They can be treated at home. If the symptoms increase, they may need hospitalization. They may be ventilated in a prone position that improves the oxygenation. They may need oxygen support. Now 5% of these patients, they develop severe infection and they may need ICU treatment, intensive care and a ventilatory support. If a diabetic patient gets any viral infection, it may be harder to clear the infection because of fluctuation in blood glucose levels and presence of complications. This may be because their immune system is compromised and it may be harder to clear the viral load, and the virus may thrive in an environment with an elevated blood glucose values. Now, any patient with diabetes should be extra careful in controlling their blood sugars. They should monitor their sugars on a regular basis and prevent complications of either high or low blood sugars. They should be fully prepared in case if they get ill. They should have adequate supply of food, adequate supply of fluid and liquids. In case if they have flu-like symptoms, they should immediately report to their doctor. They should always control their food habits, have regular physical exercise and have regular medications, yoga and meditation to keep their blood sugars under control. They should have adequate good night sleep and avoid excessive work and avoid taking stress. Now we're talking about COVID-19 infection in a family and how to manage a patient how to manage mild infection at home. Now it is advisable to isolate in a separate room if it is available. If that is not available, they should isolate in one corner of the house. When they are coming in contact with the family member, both the person should wear the mask, especially N95 mask, to prevent cross infection. The patient should be hydrated well. They should be given supplemented with vitamin D, vitamin C, vitamin B complex and antibiotics if required. There should be enough fluid given to the patients. Now if there are symptoms of fever, patient should be given paracetamol. If there is sore throat and itching and irritation, they should be given steam inhalation at least 5 to 10 minutes for 3 to 4 times in a day. And how to discard the vessels which are used. If they are using disposable plates and all, it is fine. But in case if the vessels are used, then after using the plates, the patient has to dip those vessels in a bucket filled with soap and water, and then family member can clear those plates. Similarly, used clothes, linens, bed sheets, pillow covers, all should be washed in a similar way. Now regarding bathroom and toilets, preferably there has to be a separate washroom for the patient, but in case if it is not available, then after using the toilet, it has to be flushed after covering the lid of the bathroom of the tub, and flush has to be done after that. After using the washroom, they have to sanitize their hands thoroughly, and after each use, bathroom has to be thoroughly cleaned with chlorine based disinfectants, preferably the seat, the knobs of the flush, the taps, the doorknobs, and whichever areas are being touched frequently. This is what is generally toilet hygiene being given to the patients. So it is advisable to stay home and stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Neeta Shah, for helping us with your 20 years of expertise in a precise manner. I am sure this advice is going to be valuable for a lot of the audience. Thank you.